Put more in your retirement accounts with the catch-up provision. Join us today at Bright Wealth, and we're going to talk about the catch-up. Okay, first we're going to talk about what we can put in when we're 50 and 60 into our retirement planning. We're going to talk about employer-sponsored plans and IRAs. So let's start out with employer-sponsored plans. And when I say employer-sponsored plans, I'm talking about 401ks for most private companies, 403bs for schools and nonprofits, and 457bs for government agencies. Those are the three main employer-sponsored plans that are covered in the catch-up provision. So if you are under the age of 50, you can put in $23,000 of your income a year into your employer-sponsored plan. Once you hit 50, you can put in an additional $7,500. That means $31,000 a year into your employer-sponsored plan. And then when you're 60, you can put in an additional $3,750 into the plan, making it a total of $34,750. Now let me be clear. When it's the year that you turn 50. So if you turn 50 in December of 2025, you can put in the $31,000 in 2025. Additionally, when you turn 60, it's the year you turn 60. So if you turn 60 towards the end of the year, November, December, you're still going to enjoy that for the entire year. Okay, there's an interesting thing in the new tax law about the catch-up at 60. At 60, again, I said you could put in $3,750 more into your employer-sponsored plan. However, at age 64, you revert back to $31,000. They take that back away. Why? That's just the way it works in Congress and how they do these tax bills. Will roll off, and you'll have to prepare for that when you get to 64. Okay, let's talk about IRAs. And this pertains to both traditional and Roth IRAs. If you're under the age of 50, you can put in $7,000 into your Roth or traditional IRA. Now, I like to have clients put it in monthly, just coming out of the checking account, which is $583 a month. When you turn 50, the year you turn 50, you can put in an additional $1,000, which would be $8,000 in total, which is $667 per month. Now, when you turn 60, no luck. They're not doing this with the IRAs. There's no additional catch-up at 60. Sorry. Maybe someday, but not today. Now, an additional benefit with the IRAs that I wanted to touch on is that when people put money into the traditional IRA, it can be tax deductible. If you're single and you make less than $79,000 a year, you can deduct the $7,000 contribution or whatever contribution if it's less than $7,000 from your taxes. If you're married, file jointly, and you make less than $126,000 a year, you can deduct the contribution into your traditional IRA from your taxes. Now, above $79,000 single and above $126,000 married, there's a phase out period. But I want you to understand the tax benefit if you are in those income categories, that you still get that tax benefit from your traditional IRA contributions. Did you learn something? I hope so. The IRAs and employer-sponsored plans can be confusing. Join us again at Bright Wealth. We're on this journey together with you to make your financial lives brighter.
The Bright Wealth channel is hosted by Ed Bright. Ed Bright is an investment advisor representative with Stock Pro. Stock Pro is a registered investment advisory firm regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission in accordance and compliance with the securities, laws, and regulations. Stock Pro does not render or offer to render personalized investment or tax advice through the Bright Wealth channel. The information provided is for informational purposes only, may not be suitable for all investors, and does not constitute financial, tax, investment, or legal advice. All investments involve a degree of risk, including the risk of loss.